Star Citizen Speeder Fun. During the Free Fly event, we were able to rent these Nox speeders for free, and my brother and I had an idea. They look a little bit smaller than the back of my Cutlass, so the question was, could we fit two of these in the back of my Cutlass and then fly them onto the surface of a planet and fly them around? Because we knew you could put them in a bigger ship. But I wanted to try it in my Cutlass. I mean, that's the ship I'm going to have when all this free flight stuff goes away, and when the game finally starts adding more permanence and we can actually own things instead of it getting deleted every update. I wanted to find out, could I buy a speeder and stick it in the back of my ship and then use it on the surface of a moon or a planet when they let us actually go on top of planets more? And the answer is actually yes. So we're here in ArcCorp, and my brother actually got his Nox inside of my ship, and I am now working on getting my Nox inside of his ship. The problem was ArcCorp has two types of hangars. They have the kind that open above you like this one, and they have the kind that open sideways, or I guess vertically, whatever, which is the hangar we were in before. So my brother was able to actually fly the speeder outside of the hangar, and on the ground outside of the hangar bays, or I guess maybe in the hangar bays, you know what I mean. We were able to throw his Nox inside of my Cutlass. Then we landed my Cutlass back to get me down here again. He took off with my Cutlass so it wouldn't be stored. And then I called my Nox, but he had to fly into my hangar bay here kind of illegally. I think he got fined for illegal parking while we were doing this, and I actually did manage to get my Nox inside. But there's a couple of other issues doing it this way, especially at ArcCorp. I still say ArcCorp is a horrible place to spawn, and that's where all the new players spawn right now. It's very convoluted, very complicated compared to a place like Olisar, and what we were trying to do would have been much easier at Olisar. We just didn't want to wait the 15-minute quantum travel time it takes to get from ArcCorp to Olisar itself. So he gets here, and we actually managed to fly, or I guess I managed to fly my Nox inside of my ship, and you can see my brother's is over to the right, but it's not perfect, so this thing hovers pretty high above the ground, and then we have to get inside, and there's really no way that we could find to correctly land this thing. Maybe we were doing something wrong, I don't know, but we just turned the engine off. So it falls and it kind of slams on the ground. It doesn't actually take any damage, and we're good to go. The only issue here is this is my hangar base, so my brother actually couldn't leave, and our ship got stowed. So we were wondering, does that mean we have to put all of our stuff back inside of the back of my Cutlass? Do we have to go get our speeders again? And no, actually, anything that's inside your ship when it gets stowed, including boxes, will stay there when you call it back, including apparently other vehicles. So the Nox is an interesting speeder because you can actually fly this thing in space itself, but I don't think you could land it on a planet, and I'm pretty sure you can't take it off or take off from a planet. And the reason I'm pretty sure you can't land it on a planet, you'll see at the end of the video. But anyway, there is our two speeders. They're in the back of my Cutlass, and now the question was, can we make it all the way to a moon without them falling out? So we were being very careful. We weren't going to open up any doors. Heck, we weren't even going to move. We were just going to get to a moon, and the closest one, I think, was Illyria, or one of the whatever the nearby one was at ArcCorp. And we're going to see if we can land there. Will the changes in gravity or whatever, if that's even a thing in this game right now, will that affect how the speeders stay inside of my ship? Will they just fly out when I'm in quantum travel? I mean, I wasn't even risking looking in third person. I was too afraid to see because I can't see them from my pilot seat. And if I looked in third person, I'd have to open the door to see if my speeder was still in there. So we're just going to wait around a little bit, wait till we land and find out, is our stuff still in there? So we got to find a clean place to land. Found it, and holy moly, there our speeders are in the back. So I'm going to open this up, and obviously I walked right past them, but there they both are. They survived the trip, so this was possible, and now we have some of the most fun I've ever had inside of Star Citizen Alpha right now, which was flying these speeders around the surface of a moon. Now, I don't know if there's any that I can actually buy right now. Like I said before, this game gets updated so much that they wipe your progress at every interval update or every major update, so I don't really put a whole lot of time into my money. I cannot wait until I can start saving up money to buy these speeders so I can just go do stuff on the surface of the planets, because navigating this planet especially with a speeder was so much nicer than navigating it with a Cutlass or on foot. And especially when they start adding more real missions, real reasons to exist in this game, I think it's going to be great. However, That being said, it has been 7 years since they kickstarted this game. I think it's about 7 years, and those 7 years have been filled with false promises and broken hopes, maybe the other way around there. And yet I'm still playing it. So they're still around and they are making steady progress, very, very volatile progress, and pretty much every single one of the things they say will come out at a certain date doesn't. So you can expect them like triple Valve time and you have Star Citizen time here. But you know what? No other game is like this. Even in Star Citizen's current state, no other game in the world is like this one. Elite Dangerous doesn't come close. No Man's Sky, haha, and just any other space game you can think of. None of them are like this one. None of them are anything like Star Citizen is today. So even in its absolute bare bones, could go bankrupt tomorrow state, I love this game, and I do think it's worth the 45 minimum dollars. But that being said, the $45 ships are pretty atrocious, so if you really want to play this game, either try to play during the free flight events or wait until more ships come out. So, and throughout the course of this video, I'm just gonna have it playing with me playing on the surface of these moons. And the reason that there's no sound is because I had a couple of friends who were blabbering on in the background on Discord, so I didn't really want to include them, and it would make no sense because you can't hear me talking to them. And not only that, my sound in-game actually glitched when I landed on this moon, and I couldn't hear anything anymore. I was too afraid to turn the game on and off again, which does fix that glitch. I was way too afraid to turn it on and off again because my ship might despawn, or I might end up on a different server than my friend. My friend's server might get full or whatever. My brother's the server we're on, it might get full if I try to join it again. Blah blah. Everything's working right now. The only thing that wasn't working was the sound. So unfortunately, we do have a muted video. But I'm just gonna let the rest of the video play out. This game is tons of fun, way more fun than it deserves to be, even in its very bare bones state. And that'll be the end of this video for Star Citizen. We did learn that you have to be extremely careful when you're on moons that have a lot more gravity than the other moons we've been on so far.